To all of you who tweeted that Life was going to win the series 4-1, too bad it's tied up 2-2, and we're heading into game number 5.
It is, and these guys, they promised, whether or not they said or not, the fact that they are here in the finals, they promised us an epic matchup. And we knew that this one was not going to be any sort of a walkover on either side. We're now going into game 5 with the potential of going all the way, Sean. And that is how all 130,000 fans across the globe watching, as well as the thousands of competitors here in the arena, like it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our players. See? That's you, yeah. Show you. In the northeast position as the Red Zerg. It's currently tied 2-2. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for StarTale Life.
Down in the bottom left, you don't know if he's gonna go 2 racks, Reaper, Hellion, Biomine, Tank. He has the full gamut of Terran play under his belt. What will he bring to the table in game 5? From KT, it is Flash!
It's hard to imagine this series actually not going all 7. I'm not sure why I say that. It's just the way that it's been back and forth and back and forth. This is just what every caster, every fan, every player sort of dreams of when it comes to these final games.
I mean, we are not casting these from replays. We cannot look ahead and see the results. All we can see is the gameplay of these players to see how evenly matched they are, whether it's a straight-up game, whether it's a mind game. And already we're seeing that Flash presenting to us, I want to go command center first. This is the opening that we saw Flash use to dominate Life in game 2 on Whirlwind.
Oh, and the hatchery does go down for Life. Also notice this early drone scout for Life. Oh, he could block. Oh, but he's going to be able to definitely do some harass here. He's going to have to disengage, pull down 2 additional SCVs in order to get him. But Life not only looking for an opportunity like this, but going to make sure that nothing like the last game actually takes place.
So now it looks like Life's drone getting a little bit bold, convincing himself that he is a crucial member of the Terran workforce. And Life, you sneaky fellow, you. He needs to pull one of those SCVs to be able to pick this drone off. Otherwise, oh my God, the drone escapes.
He's getting out of there. See you later, alligator.
And third hatch before pool.
Yeah, and SCV is most certainly going to find it. He's going to move on around. And I think this is really interesting now. We've seen this happen before, and we've seen Flash respond with additional command center. Can he do that in this situation?
Well, I mean, honestly, the pressure that you can apply with Hellions is probably the most valuable thing that Flash can do at this point in time. The single drone still continuing to be annoying, but keep in mind, on that Whirlwind game, Flash did lose 3 SCVs at the start of the game and still recovered fine. Expect him to fully do the same here.
All right, well, the pool is down, halfway done, gas already being mined. And we are going to see that SCV now go ahead and get out of there, but confirmed indeed that that 3rd hatchery has gone down. Overlord's already inside, around the base, of the natural expansion of Life, or of Flash. And he is now getting orbital down on both of his command centers.
Life already getting that unbelievably early Zergling speed. Is he actually getting it before Queens? You betcha. He wants to be able to maximize his ability to deal with all that early game pressure. Now, Flash, in this circumstance, I think it would not be bad at all to get a 2nd refinery and try to do some of the mech play that we saw Life struggle with against last.
We're going to see the reactor go down. And I think for this map, especially Cloud Kingdom, Life, we've seen a few different strategies. And one thing that, we saw him use quite a bit throughout the tournament was just great Muta play. What are you hoping?
Down in the south, Flash spots an Overlord, a nice gift from Life. And with no Zerglings on the field, there's really no way that Life's going to be able to save this. This is a nice pickup from Flash. He will supply block Life.
Yeah, that's actually fantastic, and a very common place for an Overlord to be, wanting to be able to get down there in that dead space so they can go in and see exactly what's going on in the Terran base, when it's applicable. So we got some Zerglings making it in. Hey, doors wide open. Let me go in and check out what's going on. Might even try to harass some SCVs here, but sees that the factory is churning out those Hellions with the reactor, and that the tech lab is going down on the racks as well. Finally, the Marines will get rid of those Zerglings. Did they see that third command center, though?
I don't believe that they did, but you know, given the timing, you didn't see anything else. Flash is not just going to be floating an extra 400 minerals. So Life will just continue as planned. He's going to be adding on, a fourth macro hatch before layer.
And that could be some indicator of some aggression. He is droned up to 42 right now. He's got 8 Zerglings out on the map. Popping a few more drones out here, but really just trying to control and check out the map with these Zerglings. Sees the first few Hellions out on the field. There's 4. He's going to get trapped in the middle of these. Does manage to get out of there, but Flash is going to give chase.
2 engineering bays going down. Flash not going to deviate at all from his long-term plan. But the danger, once again, is mass Zergling Baneling with 4 hatches up. I mean, the amount of Zerglings that Life's going to be able to get up is astounding. Even in addition to that, went for 3 hatches before pool, so Life has way more larvae than a Zerg ordinarily would in this position. Right,
I mean, and with the injects, obviously he's going to be able to pump out a lot of units very quickly, starting to get that gas up. It is climbing. Baneling Nest has gone down, starts the lair around the same time as well. Some additional Zerglings are going to be coming out, both Evo chambers going down, also serve as a block into the natural. And we saw what happened when that Zergling count got really ridiculous, and it has been a style of play that Life has been using throughout this entire competition.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Life is just looking extremely prepared. Flash, if you look at what he's doing in his main base, it looks like the same old, but keep in mind, it's all about the numbers. Those 1-1 upgrades are starting about 30 seconds earlier. He's getting his 3 barracks up before his starport to really begin cranking out that Marine production. So Flash is actually going to have a little bit bigger of an army if Life tries to do the same thing that we saw last game.
Right, well, Baneling speed's coming out. 1-1 is now under research. And 34 Zerglings are about ready to pop.
Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, Flash is going to have to start really ramping up his defensive posturing. There's no Widow Mines here. The goal of Flash is to try to win with just pure Marine, Marauder, and Micro. Where is that other Hellion? It's up at the Watchtower. Flash really needs to head down to the bottom right where all those Zerglings are.
Yeah, the Zerglings are just kind of having a little meeting over here, deciding exactly how this attack is going to go. Meanwhile, a few more will march up through the middle to take out this tower and try to get rid of this one Hellion. Right now, the Hellions are about as far away as they could possibly be for Flash to defend here. Another Zergling moves forward, sees some additional Marines there, but he's going to start pooling all of them there in the southeast portion of the map and potentially attack just east of that third.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God.
Wow.
That is 32 Banelings in production. Flash is going to need to have godlike macro to be able to keep up with this unit count and godlike micro to be able to withstand this amount of units.
He has no idea this is coming either. Look at the vision of Flash.
Oh, no.
There are no alarms going off. The smoke detectors are not going to work until it's just the flaming bodies of these Marines. And here go the Banelings and the Zerglings marching in.
And Flash pulls back immediately. Banelings connect down to 26. What is Flash's micro going to hold for a start? It looks like 68, and there's all the cluster. Oh my God! An incredible amount of connections. Once again, Flash's unit count tumbles down to almost nothing. The SCVs taking massive hits, 15 workers killed, but Flash is still here.
He is still here. It looked very explosive, and it was, but it's the next wave of Zergling that's coming out this time. 14 additional Zerglings, more Banelings are morphing in, but it's all going to be up to these Widow Mines to do their job. Right now, Life going to separate these units out quite well. There's one more Widow Mine, more are coming out, but isn't going to be enough. Flash trying his hardest to defend.
And it looks like the Widow Mines managed to clean everything up. Life not having as significant a supply lead as before, but will be able to roll into these SCVs. Flash! Lift the command center. It's low on health, and it looks like Flash is barely holding this off.
Oh my gosh, 2 Banelings managed to sneak through there!
And he gets him! 43 workers down. I mean, this style of life to flood with Ling Baneling at a critical time has toppled Flash down to 27 workers with 3 command centers. Flash will be forced to retreat. His 2-2 almost done, but to what gain?
Well, he's going in yet again. Banelings need to connect. No pickup by the medevac. Good job saving those Marines. There are a couple of Widow Mines that are going to be key to moving in here. There's 2 right there. They split off, and some of the Banelings do go down. Zerglings do manage to make it through, but the SCV is going to be pulled again. I believe there's one more Baneling in there. Oh, another huge detonation. Mostly Marines hit that time. Up to 47 workers killed, and well, that orbital command is burning down to the ground, so we better get on top of that as well.
I mean, all the supply depots at the right also under fire from Flash. Right now, 7 Widow Mines out. I mean, this Ling Baneling bust has worked against so many players. It really seems like Last is the only one who is able to micro against that many units.
Zerglings are still occupying this 3rd base. There are so many medevacs here, but the amount of Marines is very, very light. The Widow Mines heavy around the natural, the entrances, and that is going to help Flash sustain some level of defense, but he's going to have to concede that 3rd as it's completely ripped down by those Zerglings. And guess what? Got a surprise for you, Flash. Mutas inside the natural.
Life is just on point in this game, having the exact units he needs in the exact places that are catching Flash the most off guard. Mutalisks are going to need to sweep around. Widow Mines suddenly are going to have to be on Mutalisk duty, on center map control duty. I don't know if there's any way that Flash can pull this off.
It's going to be really tough. I mean, Hotwell, he's going to have to probably just move out, and that looks like what he's going to do. Realize he's got to make something happen here. Mutas flying over. They could possibly go into the main as well, and here they're going to attack the front. Zerglings along with them. Oh!
Some nice Widow Mine connections there. It looks like the Marine Zergling is starting to pull back, but once again, all Life does is rally way back into the back of Flash's base. And what can Flash do?
Oh, a couple of Widow Mines go down again. Medevac's getting targeted, and Flash can't really make his way into the main. In fact, he's just leaving now. He's going to abandon everything and go for, what, a final attack here? I don't know.
It looks like he's just going to try to deal with rallies out of his main. He just can't afford the time it takes to get unsupply blocked, so he's going to try to just lose some units in this frontal engagement. Flash burrowing these Widow Mines. The Zergling count is quite high at the front.
Here we go. It's 81 supply to 169, mostly consisting of Zerglings and Banelings. Another great pickup, but the Mutas are still in it. GG! Life with another victory, making it 3-2. Is just 1 game away from once again being crowned an MLG champion.
I mean, an absolutely dominating performance by Life in each one of his victories. I mean, I honestly think that Flash is going to have to consider doing a completely different style. We've seen him mech in some of the early rounds. Perhaps that is going to be the key to taking Life down.
I mean, it's certainly an option, but the options are starting to wear thin here for Flash. He has to win the next 2 in order to take that championship away from Life. And that means he's going to have to win on Daybreak, and he's going to have to win on Star Station. But Life's continued aggression with that Zergling Baneling style, mixing in Mutas, seems to be working perfectly.
I mean, there just seems to be no answer if you're going for this Biomine style. Perhaps not even taking the 3rd early still doesn't seem to make sense. You just need to spot those Zerglings moving out early. There needs to be better map control, perhaps making Widow Mines earlier, but even then we see that Life deals with Widow Mines nearly flawlessly with his Ling Baneling. Can Flash pull a comeback and tie it up once again?
Well, if anyone could do it, I'd probably put some money on Flash, but Life is no slouch himself. He needs 1 game to win it. Flash needs 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue with the MLG 2013 Winter Championship StarCraft 2 Finals when we return after this short commercial break.